Throughout 2019, Keanu seemed to be just having fun and fooling around. At first, he made a surprise appearance in the romantic comedy You Are My Doubt, where his cameo was the film's highlight.
Hi, baby.
Reeves played himself, but bizarre and exaggerated, mocking the whims of the rich and the stars.
The man who embraces his mediocre nothingness shines brighter than any.
Thank you, Keanu.
Therefore, it will be more accurate to say that Keanu Reeves gave his name to a fictional character because the actor was never noticed in this attitude towards others.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Keanu Reeves, and I'm here for Between Two Ferns.
And all the internet and tabloid criticism of Reeves was multiplied infinitely by Zach Galifianakis.
Hi, my name is Zach Galifianakis. Welcome to another edition of Between Two Ferns. My guest today is Keanu Reeves.
In the movie Between Two Ferns, Keanu listens to a dozen inventive insults and demonstrates a high level of self-irony.
Do you research your roles?
Yeah.
Have you ever considered researching a character that has taken acting classes?
Right now I'm acting like this is fun.
Reeves continued to ramble on and on. He voiced Duke Kaboom, a comedic yet touching character in the fourth and final installment of the Toy Story animated film.
Duke Kaboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. Oh yeah. Ha! Ha! Yes.
Huh? He's posing.
Ha! Ha ha! Yes. Yes. No.
The actor developed a special connection with Duke, which Reeves has reportedly admitted in interviews.
And I don't know what it was, but I instantly connected to Duke Kaboom.
That doesn't make any sense.
It turns out that Keanu decided to play himself again, but this time disguised in CGI.
I'm Duke Kaboom. Oh man, I can do this.
By the way, the pose the toy constantly repeats is also a gift to Duke from Keanu. Once, while working on a role, the actor jumped on the table and began to wriggle. This plasticity was later reflected in character.
Duke, we need
Hold on, one more. Oh yeah. What brings you back, Pete?
Interestingly, when the image of Kaboom finally did appear on the silver screen, it was actually his second time. Observant viewers could spot Duke in Jack-Jack's crib in the second installment of The Incredibles. Kaboom was an Easter egg and appeared there only for a few seconds. However, the character's sad story has nothing to do with his stay in Jack-Jack's crib. Duke Kaboom is a toy from the 70s, whose happy existence was ruined by lying television commercials and spoiled children. Because if I had been given such a toy as a child, I would most likely be a motorcyclist myself.
No.
Keanu conveyed the tragedy of Duke Kaboom and made this, at first glance, comedic image profound.
Kaboom.
Kaboom!
Reeves' next appearance would also be uplifting.
Hello.
Who are you?
I am a simple tumbleweed. Call me Sage.
Sage.
Hey, Sage.
The character played a wise teacher for SpongeBob and his friend Patrick in the animated feature film, SpongeBob, Sponge on the Run.
Are you inside our minds right now?
Yes, Patrick.
Wow.
It seems that Keanu just wanted a little fun and to give us a reason to laugh along the way. Unfortunately, the animated feature skipped theaters and had an immediate release to streaming platform Paramount Plus in the US, and Netflix for everyone else. I can imagine the studios were disappointed in the lackluster streaming sales. With a box office of $5,000, this perfectly demonstrates the state of the film industry during the COVID-19 pandemic.
He sounds bad.
Good luck.
After so many funny, frivolous, and even goofy roles, it was time to stop. So you would think, but not for Keanu. In 2020, after a break of almost 30 years, he would once again return to his youth as Theodore Logan.
No way.
Yes way!
The role of Ted is a key moment in Keanu's career, which I've already talked about. The success of the first films about two time-traveling schoolboys led to an absolute explosion of popularity. Bill and Ted became the heroes of animated series, video games, and they were immortalized with plastic figures. Their portraits were even placed on cereal boxes, which only the most devoted fans would have for their collections.
The breakfast cereal?
Where did you get that?
Dude.
Wow.
Cinnamon oat squares and marshmallow notes. It sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, please don't eat that. Please, we care about you.
It's vintage, yeah, I will not
It's
eat
not.
it.
For over a decade, Reeves, Winter, and screenwriter Chris Mattson pitched the third film to movie moguls. But to no avail, as no one believed in the sequel's success.
What were you guys even thinking?
Bill and Ted were never famous outside of the United States, and the teenagers who went crazy for it were already over 40 years old now. Nevertheless, Reeves would publicly state that he had dreamt of returning to the role of Ted.
Party on, dudes.
The fans heard, and sponsors were found after several years of petitions and noise on social networks.
That is such a relief.
Filming began in 2019. Keanu and Winter's paths diverged significantly after the filming of the original series. Reeves would continue to conquer Hollywood with his acting, and would achieve A-lister status within the business.
Yeah.
While Alex Winter would found Trooper Production Studio, and would later go on to create documentaries. Because so many years had passed since Winter last appeared on the silver screen, he humbly decided to take acting classes to keep up with his friend and colleague.
Yeah.
In the new story, the friends must save the world again by performing a song that still doesn't exist. They're given 77 minutes to solve this task. At this point, precisely 77 minutes remain until the film's end. Since George Carlin died in 2008, the character's daughter communicates with the heroes instead of Rufus.
You're Rufus's daughter.
I am, and I've been wanting to meet you my whole life.
It must be very disappointing.
Not at all.
Carlin's character is repeatedly mentioned in the movie, thus paying him respect, as though briefly bringing him back to life.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
This series about time travel makes you feel like you're actually going into the past. It starts with Missy, who has changed her status so frequently that the heroes are seriously confused.
First, she was our babysitter when we were 10.
Then we both invited her to the prom.
2 years later, she married my dad. And Missy became mom.
After divorcing Bill's dad, she married my dad and became my mom.
And now she's marrying Ted's little brother, Officer Deacon Logan.
The film ends with many tiny details for ardent fans, like the style of Bill's daughter Thea's shirt. The colors and styling are reminiscent of Ted's shirt from the first movie. The entire film is filled with Easter eggs like these and a wave of nostalgia and charm reminiscent of the early 90s.
Honestly, I wouldn't have thought we had it in us.
But you do.
In addition, in the film, you can see Kid Cudi playing Kid Cudi.
Whoa! Kid Cudi! Hey, how's it going, dude?
Time travel stories like these never seem to go out of date, and the crazier they are, the better. Maybe one day Johnny Silverhand will come to the set of Bill and Ted in '89 and say,
You're starting to remind me of me, 50 years back. Minus the charisma. An impressive cock.
Excellent!
Hey, do you like our work? Let us know with your like and comment, push that subscribe button, and share with your friends. If you want to support the project financially, become our sponsor on Patreon or YouTube sponsorship. Thank you. Let's move on.